Govannen, niblings. Let's play LotRO, episode 65. Alright, so I'm back here in Ostgaruth. I have a couple of things to do before I'm done with the Lone Lands for good. So first is to begin Book 3.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Alright, so since I finished Book 2 in the last episode, this is basically the intro to Book 3. Frederick is sending me to Candaith, who I've met before. So he wants me to go over there and talk with him. And there's another quest here.
Might I take a moment of your time?
But that is one of the ones that I already saw before and that I'm skipping. Okay. And I also want to complete this deed here, Defenses of the Lone Lands. And that'll be as far as I'm going to go on exploration deeds. For some reason, some of the exploration deeds in the Lone Lands require doing the Garth of Garwin instances, and like I said earlier, I'm not going to be doing those. So both of these spots, I believe, are in Minas Aerial. And remember, I skipped that area previously, so I've just got to go there to do those deeds.
Greetings.
Oh, okay, so I could take this to Candaith. I wonder if it's a swift travel route, actually. I'm going to try it and see. I believe it might be a swift travel route, which would be nice. It is. How about that? Alright, well, that'll save me a little bit of time. Okay. So here I am at Candaith's encampment. So I was over here at Ostgaruth, and now I'm over here at Weathertop. Where is it? There. Oh, it's behind these trees. There's Weathertop. Over here. Behind the trees here. I'm right at its base.
What do you need?
Okay, so I need to go to Esteldin and meet with Halbarad.
What can I do for you?
Oh, and there is a travel route here to Esteldin. But let me finish this first. Let me see if I have any other quests. I do have these, which I'm going to drop. I can talk to Anlef for that one, but I know where that quest is going to take me, and I'm not going to be completing it. So this oatmeal quest leads to Oatbarton, and I'm not going to do Oatbarton at all in this Let's Play series. Let's see, that takes me to Trestle Bridge. Oh, you know what? I don't want to take the swift travel to straight to Esteldin because I want to go to Bree first and buy a new horse. By the way, if you were playing this game yourself and you were on a free account, this is the point where you would no longer have access to everything after you leave the Lone Lands. The 3 starter zones, Ered Luin, the Shire, and Breeland are all free, and then the Lone Lands is also a free zone. But to progress beyond the Lone Lands, you would have to buy quest packs or a VIP subscription from the LotRO store. So, well, the VIP subscription you don't buy from the LotRO store, you buy that from Standing Stone Games website. But quest packs you can buy in the LotRO store. So you can earn turbine points, or they don't call them turbine points, they call them LotRO points now. You can earn LotRO points and buy the quest packs that way. Or you can pay money for LotRO points. Alright, so that was Ostladen. So I got that one. I think someone has been through here, maybe, and cleared out some of the area for me, which would be nice. Alright. So if you don't buy the quest packs, then what would happen? Like if I didn't have the, well, I'm a VIP subscriber, but if I didn't have, if I wasn't VIP and I didn't have the North Downs quest pack, then what would happen is I would go into the North Downs and I'd be able to fight enemies and stuff there. There we go. But I wouldn't be able to get any quests. None of the NPCs would be offering me any quests. So, you know, you're still able to level up, but you're not really able to do anything. I mean, you're not really able to do any quests. You just have to level up by killing things, which gets a little boring after a while. Alright. At this point, I could have just fought these and gotten out of the way. And gotten out of combat, but there we go. Alright, so I'm going to use my milestone to go back to Ostgaruth. Finish all that. Didn't even open the Explorer deed, but that's fine. Alright, so if I wasn't going to go to Bree, what I could have done is just Halbarad, or Candaith had a swift travel route to Estelden. But what I'm going to do instead is go to Breeland.
What do you want?
And I used my milestone to come back to Ostgaruth because there's a swift travel here from Ostgaruth to Breeland. So I'm going to take that. Alright, and that's it. That is taking us out of the Lone Lands for good. Some later epic quests may bring us back there at some point, but not anytime soon. Alright, so here's the south gate of Bree.
How can I be of service?
And I'll ride up to the west gate, and then there's a stable master there from the west gate up to Hengstacer, although it is not a swift travel route. Alright, and I don't think I have any other quests. I have this one quest, Freetown to Trestlebridge. Let's see. So,
what do you need?
the easiest way to get to Hengstacer is to take this travel route here. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take this. This is a little bit faster if you know exactly what to do. So that pony there takes me to the festival grounds in Breeland, which are next to Hengstacer. So it's a little bit faster to just ride straight up there from here. And this is, whenever there's a festival, there's always stuff going on in these tents. But there's not a festival currently. So, right up here is Hengstacer on the other side of this pasture. Alright, let's see, I'm going to drop these Lone Lands quests now that I'm not going to be doing them. So, I'm going to drop this one too. Alright, so I'll be doing all three of these. Alright, so here I am at Hengstacer. Now, there's a quest here. I'm going to talk about it, but I'm not going to do it.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
That's not what I was thinking of. This is just a Bree quest, a Breeland quest that's available to anyone. There's another one, this one here.
Might I take a moment of your time?
So this is a VIP-only quest. It lets you get the riding skill at level 20 without having to buy it in the store. Anyone who does not have a VIP subscription does not have access to this quest. So that's just one option for you to consider if you are VIP. Personally, I've already bought an account-wide package that gives the writing skill to every character at level 5. So you have a lot of choices there. But if you're not VIP, normally your best option is to just buy it in the store. I think it's like less than 100 LotRO points, so it's really easy to get just from doing deeds. Alright, so I am going to buy a horse. And now, let's see, the chestnut horse and the blood bay got an equal amount of votes, because one of you voted twice, even though only 3 of you voted. So
How may I help you?
I'm just going to cast the tiebreaker and get the blood bay. Alright, so that was 200 silver. The reason it was 200 silver for me is because I already had another mount from my VIP bonuses. And yeah, it looks like it already went into my skills here. So, let's see, travel skills? No. Mounts, here we go. Blood Bay. So I already had these promotional mounts, which gives me the Breland discount. The way that the shop works here
How may I help you?
is your first of these horses is 500 silver. And then any after that first is 200 silver. And that's these 4. I think it might include these 2 in that as well. I don't totally understand how the discount works. But anyway, so I got the Blood Bay here. And you can see that the main difference is that it has a little more morale than the Bree starter horse. They're the same speed for me because I bought a skill in the LotRO store. That is a pretty horse. I bought a skill in the LotRO store that makes all of my mounts go at 78% speed. Whereas normally the Bree starter horse is like 30-something%, so it's actually pretty slow. And then this horse that I just bought, I think would be 62%. But I have the Journeyman Travel skill, I think is what it's called, from the LotRO store, that increases all of my mounts to 78. So they're the same speed for me, but if you were a free player and you didn't have that skill, then moving up from the Bree starter horse to one of the next tier of Hengstacer horses would be a pretty significant speed increase for you. So it's well worth getting. And also, you could have gotten it much sooner than I got this. Remember those rejuvenation potions that I got from doing exploration deeds? You can sell those for about a gold. So, you know, you could get one of those. You could finish one of the necessary deeds as early as like level 10 probably, and then get a gold, and then go buy one of those horses. Alright, so here I am in Trestlebridge.
How can I be of service?
So I'm going to unlock the Stable Master route here. And I do have a quest to turn in here. So as you can see, Trestlebridge has seen some hard times. I need to remember who to turn this
Can I
into.
speak with you a moment?
Not her. So, here.
What can I do for you?
So this is where the vector quest is taking me. So I'm just turning that in.
Greetings.
And here's the other vector quest. Okay. So I've turned those in. So now all I have is this. Now, I'm going to skip the Trestle Bridge quests. You can stay here and do quests. Once you open this one,
Might I take a moment
it
of your
unlocks a whole set of quests. But I'm a bit over-leveled for Trestle Bridge, so I'm just going to skip Trestle Bridge for now. So here's the Trestle Span, which goes across this big river here. And I believe that this river isn't even noted in the books, but yeah, there's this big chasm here across this river, or a gorge that this river is in, this big bridge. And then this is the Greenway, which is mentioned in the books, and it goes up to Fornost, which is also mentioned in the books. So I'll just ride through here so that you can see it at least, and make my way to Estelden. So Fornost used to be, I think at one point it was the capital of one of the kingdoms here. Either Cardolan or Arthedain, I can't remember which. I think maybe at one point it was the capital of Arnor, prior to the fall of Arnor. Because the Greenway here is often called the King's Highway, because the king would reside at Fornost sometimes. And then near Fornost in Evendim is Numinous, which was the capital of Arnor at one point. Alright, so there are a bunch of quests around here that I could do, and I may do some, but I'm going to make my way to Estelden first. I'm going to check and see what level these quests are. They may be worth coming back and doing. The fields of Fornost here are full of shades and whites. It's a bit of a dreadful place. Alright, open up an exploration deed. Western Ruins. So I will need to explore the fields of Fornost.
Stay a moment.
Alright, so this is level 26, so I could do quests here. I'm gonna get the Stable Master.
How can I be of service?
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the Stable Master to Estelden. So that I can begin Book 3. And I'll probably just start doing quests wherever Book 3 takes me, unless it's too high above my level. So, so the North Downs really aren't covered much in the books. They're only touched on very briefly, more in the appendices than anything else. But the idea is that a lot of this area was part of Arnor and was highly populated, you know, at the height of Arnor. And you know, there were lots of villages here, lots of farms, and that there still are some farms, but they've fallen. In many cases, there's still some people there, but in many cases they have fallen to either neglect and despair, or they've been overrun by orcs. And I can't quite recall exactly which of the three kingdoms that formed after the fall of Arnor resided here, but I think it may have been Rudar in the eastern part, and then maybe Arthedain in the western part, but I'd have to look that up to be sure. But the idea is that Estelden is an old, forgotten fortress of Arnor that the Rangers have made a hideout in, and they stay there and keep a watch on Angmar. Because they know that if Angmar comes to power again, that it spells bad news for pretty much all of Eriador, and potentially beyond into the rest of Middle-earth. But the North Downs, overall, is still relatively free from the corruption of Angmar. As you can see, it's still a lush and beautiful land. Alright, so now we're entering Estelden, this old fortress. And some of the quests here do talk about the history of Estelden.
How can I be of service?
So I guess I didn't need to unlock that travel route. I'm going to go ahead and bind my milestone here. Face the stable master. Alright.
Stay a moment.
Level 29, that's pretty reasonable. So I'll see where the book takes me. But that's going to do it for this episode. So tune in next time. We'll find out where the book takes me, and then I'll start doing quests in that area. See you then, Niblings.